I want you to imagine something terrifying. A missing woman does not scream for help. She whispers it, because the person standing next to her might be the reason she disappeared in the first place. In 2016, on a quiet Caribbean island, a woman leaned forward and quietly said 2 words. "Help me." Not shouted, not dramatic, almost hidden. And if that woman was Lynn Bradley, then the most horrifying truth is this. Backhand index pointing right, we found her. And we ignored her. Tonight, you're about to see why investigators are no longer asking if Amy survived the cruise ship, but how long she's been hiding in plain sight. Stay with me, because one microscopic detail from her childhood just changed everything. For decades, Amy Bradley was frozen in time, 23 years old, smiling, vanished from a cruise ship in 1998. But in 2025, that version of Amy no longer exists. A Dutch forensic team rebuilt her face, not artistically, but scientifically. Bone structure, facial landmarks, age-specific muscle decay. They didn't guess. They calculated. Then something chilling happened. That new 51-year-old reconstruction was placed side by side with a 2016 eyewitness sketch that had been ignored for nearly a decade. The match wasn't emotional. It was mathematical. To put that into perspective, in European courts, this level of match is considered evidentiary, not speculative. And suddenly, one terrifying question resurfaced. If this face is real, then who was the woman living under a nickname on a Caribbean island? Locals didn't call her Amy. They called her Blondie, and they all recognized her. But recognizing a face is one thing. Hearing a whispered confession is another. In 2016, a retired police officer sat at a beachside café, not on duty, not investigating, just drinking coffee. That's when a woman approached him. She didn't look panicked. She didn't run. She leaned in and whispered, "Help me." Then, even quieter, "Kidnap." What made this moment different wasn't the words. It was the details. A faint scar near her temple, a small birthmark on her shoulder, a subtle speech lisp. Details you don't imagine. Details you notice. The officer reported it immediately, and nothing happened. No photos, no follow-up, no urgency. That report sat untouched for 10 years. Think about that. If Amy Bradley was alive in 2016, then the window to save her was not closed. It was ignored. But what if this wasn't the first time she was seen? In 2005, an image surfaced online, an escort advertisement from the Caribbean. The woman called herself Jazz. Blonde. Fearful. Not in control. Investigators noticed something disturbing. A mole. Amy Bradley had the same one. Then forensic analysts noticed more. The furniture. The electrical outlets. The room itself. All geographically tied to Caribbean islands. The website vanished overnight. The trail went cold. Or so they thought. Because in 2024, an FBI supervisor reopened that file with better technology, better enhancement, and suddenly those old images aligned with a new age-progressed face. Not perfectly, but close enough to reopen the case. And that's when witnesses started emailing the FBI without knowing each other. After the new reconstruction went public, emails flooded in. Different people, same message. That's her. That's Blondie. We've seen this woman. Independent confirmations. Same island. Same face. This is no longer rumor. This is a pattern. If Amy Bradley was alive in 2005 and alive again in 2016, then the most disturbing possibility remains unanswered. Backhand index pointing right, is she still alive now? And if she whispered for help once, she may still be waiting for someone to listen. Amy Bradley does not need another documentary. She needs visibility. If this face matters, if this story matters, then don't scroll. One share, one comment, one voice louder than silence. Because sometimes the difference between vanishing and surviving is whether someone believed the whisper.